Hey guys, I'm just going to come out and say it. I am so sorry, Mr T Lexify. I am very sorry for the video that I made a week ago regarding the situation between you and your ex. So for those of you who have got no idea what I'm talking about, basically there's been accusations online of Lex abusing his ex-girlfriend, choking her XYZ. And I ran into those allegations. I believed them for what they were, and I straight up said things like, I'm never going to watch Lex's videos again. He should be in prison. I called him a paedophile. And looking back at that now, I'm very ashamed of myself. I feel awful for putting a video out there that resembles him as that when I didn't even take into account that there's a legal issue potentially brewing up. And Lex has made a video and completely debunks everything, and I'm really happy that that's the case. I'm really happy that he's innocent because I'm going to continue supporting his channel, and I can only just apologise once again for responding the way I did at the time. So the main reason I responded in the way I did at the time was, well, because I saw this huge PDF Google Docs thing with loads and loads of evidence that Ren compiled together, and I thought, whoa, we've been lied to. We've been lied to about Lex. Lex has been up to all sorts, and it was really believable the way she conveyed it. And most people, not just me, fell for it. We fell for the lies. We fell for the deceit. Then Lex made his own, and obviously Lex's is a lot shorter. When I looked at Lex, I was thinking, man, he's not even trying to hide the fact that he's done this stuff. But it turns out that she forged more or less every single legal document, every single letter, every single screenshot, every single picture. It's been an absolute nightmare for the guy. As a result of all these videos being made about him like I made and I'm really guilty of, and abuse on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and comments and stuff like that, it led him to have suicidal thoughts. He's been in and out of hospital, and that's all because of Ren and the manipulative lies that she's put online. And yes, I'm a part of that in a way because I made a video and responded to the allegations. But in retrospect, Ren is an absolute scumbag because the amount of the things I've seen in my life, this is probably one of the worst in terms of how you can manipulate and twist things, and it's just horrible. So what I'm going to do actually here is I'm going to show you how much of a scumbag Ren is. So I'm going to list the things that she has been doing, and then I'm going to back it up with footage from Lex's video just to emphasise the point a bit more. We're going to go through these bit by bit along with the evidence, so this should be very interesting. First thing of all, I'm going to debunk the false rape allegations stroke choking allegations that she made against Lex. So here's a clip from Lex debunking this, and yeah, let me know your thoughts.
Had shared her made-up side of the choking incident in her Part 2 Google document. In reality, the situation happened much differently. While we were at the Airbnb in Coronado, California, Reagan saw that I had texted other women on my phone, as she would not allow me to leave the relationship since she threatened my career. I could not leave this situation as I was broke and away from my home country of Canada, and I'd spent $12,000 on an Airbnb that I could not refund. Reagan went into a manic episode and broke a wooden board on my back and then started destroying the Airbnb. Reagan says she was using marijuana, which is not at all possible, as Airbnb hosts do not allow drug use on their property. The Airbnb host, Victor, even questioned why it looked like someone had repeatedly stabbed the walls, which were damages from Reagan that I had to pay for. Victor never mentioned anything about marijuana at all. When she started destroying the Airbnb, she first broke the wooden board over my back, took the broken pieces of board and deteriorated the walls, and then started threatening me.
So here are my thoughts on that clip you've just watched there. I am just mortified that anybody's even capable of doing this. I know it happens, but Ren was literally being abusive towards Lex the entire time they were at the Airbnb. And to falsely accuse him of choking when the reality was he was restraining her to protect himself and her to an extent, as well as the property. And then to twist it on him to make it look like he's abusive is insane. And again, I made a video on that, fell for the trap, fell for the lies. And this is probably ruined the guy's life, to be quite honest with you. And I hope he can get back up from this, because this part in particular, this first bit is the worst. It's disgusting. Up next, I'm going to show evidence now of Ren faking documents and letters to frame Lex. So yeah, let's look at this one.
We would send each other care packages, which included cards and gifts. However, the letters Reagan shows of mine are all typed and have been forged by her to further defame my image. She claims that my company name on the bottom of these letters was edited.tv, which is completely false. If you actually go to the website, the LLC name is Velvet Platform LLC and not edited.tv co.
Ren has to be one of the most stupid people, actually, when thinking about this I've ever come across on YouTube, stroke Twitch, or whatever you want to call it, in my life. She's actually willing to fake documents, falsely accuse someone when she's got millions of followers. Lex has got millions of followers, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. Tens of thousands of people at least are going to see all these allegations, potentially millions. And you're faking documents. I mean, she's going to 100% caught. She probably could have got away with this, to be fair, if it was a front of, let's say, a couple of hundred people maybe, because not enough people would have watched it. But now she's completely exposed herself. And this is disgusting behaviour as well. Why on earth would you do this? What is the point? Or what are you trying to gain out of it apart from making the guy miserable? Up next, we're going to be discussing evidence about the fact that she took money from him so she wouldn't expose him.
But when we were separated in 2019 and I tried messaging other girls, she would go berserk and would threaten me that I would never be able to leave the relationship, and if I did, she would expose me on Drama Alert or end my career. During this time, Reagan started extorting me for my money, as evidence from PayPal statements from 2019 to 2023, until I filed a cease and desist against her. The extortion became severe, as I had gone broke multiple times for her rent, lifestyle, and cheating on me with other men, which proves her claim of me simply being a pay pig false.
So not only did she falsely accuse Lex of doing various activities, she has the gall to then extort him for his money just so Lex can have a nice and happy life. He went broke multiple times because of this, because he was giving her hundreds and hundreds of dollars or pounds each and every time. How insane do you have to be? And the fact these were false allegations as well, and the fact that she'd end up exposing him in the end as well, makes this even worse. So Ren, in her documents and her tweets, suggested that there's no legal case going on and Lex is lying about that situation. But this clip proves otherwise.
It took me a few times to create this video because of the advice of my lawyers, as there is a legal investigation in place, despite my harasser, Reagan McNulty, stating otherwise.
The one main thing that I'm going to say about this particular situation is, if Ren is so adamant that Lex is guilty of the crimes he committed, then why on earth did Ren not get the law involved? Why has Lex got the law involved then, if that's the case? What is Ren hiding? Ren's obviously hiding a lot more than we've been, well, clearly from Lex's video alone, she's hiding a lot of stuff. And if she's not willing to take up legal, and says she's going around exposing him on Twitter or on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, it is completely insane. And yeah, I've lost for words. Up next, Lex provides a lot of evidence that she cheated on him multiple times with underage men. And this actually took place mainly when he found out his dog had died, and then he had to leave her alone for a bit so he could tend to that situation. This just mind boggles me as well.
Clear breaks in our relationship was in September 2021 when she told me she wanted to pursue someone named Lawrence. She was already cheating on me with him months prior, as evidence of this Instagram photo. I first learned about Lawrence's true age of 17 when I found her diary that detailed her cheating on me as an adult when we were in a relationship earlier that year. Reagan did this simply because I had tried messaging other women to escape this relationship. Reagan later stated that Lawrence's parents had kicked her out of his house and called the police on her when they discovered Reagan was lying about her age. Reagan targeted Lawrence, who was a minor. I was disgusted by her actions and tried to contact Lawrence's parents, but I was unsuccessful. She had a history of cheating on me, and I was only ever made aware that she cheated on me with two people, one Lawrence and two Marlo. All this cheating started because she found a photo in summer 2018 of me next to a female tour guide in Thailand. She was furious about this image as she thought that I had cheated on her, so Reagan then cheated on me with Marlo in November 2018. Just this last month, I was told anonymously that she had been cheating on me with 5 underage boys from her high school throughout our relationship. She lured them into my place in Los Angeles to take promiscuous photos of her in exchange for sex. This happened after I'd gone home to Canada in August 2022 to tend to my dog passing away. Reagan is also responsible for my social media accounts getting hacked, as she has tried downloading free software on my laptop just before I had left LA, which caused a redline malware to steal all my information. Reagan would also try to justify her cheating.
You see, the funny thing is, this was what Ren was initially accusing Lex for. And she's actually gone and done it, and there's a lot more evidence to suggest that she did it. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Up next, there was a situation where Ren had a massive bruise on her leg, and guess what? She made that one up too.
In regards to the photo of her bruised leg, these photos are fake, as at the time we were moving from one apartment complex to another. Reagan claims this event took place on June 6, 2023, with the photo being taken on June 7, 2023. I had taken a picture of movers spending the entire day and night on June 6th, the supposed event of physical abuse, moving our stuff from her old apartment into the new one. On June 7th, we were also not in our old place where she took this photo of her bruised leg. There was no time for any of these accusations to have taken place, and if something did occur, the movers would have noticed. Reagan was in 3 separate car accidents in Los Angeles during 2022 to 2023. These bruises were from these car accidents when we lived in our old apartment where I was not in the car at the time.
You see, Ren's not very smart, because the pictures, when I look at them closely now, and Lex pointed this out in the video, they are from completely different dates, and there's evidence of car crashes that have been happening and all the rest of it, and there's obviously photo evidence of this bruise where they weren't together or they weren't with each other or whatever have you. She's not very smart, is she? But to put accusations of assault and XYZ that Lex committed on something that's completely irrelevant, it's just crazy. It's disgusting. And last but not least, now this is probably my favourite part, well, it's my favourite part and also most concerning part, is that Lex actually exposes a bunch of other zombie YouTubers, including JC Backfire and Noah J456 and The Smith Plays.
I would like to state, Pat, that I did send you a message privately on your Twitter before you made this statement public, in which you saw, but you chose not to respond and hear my side of events and Reagan's roommate's side of events. You not wanting to hear anything I had to say and painting my ex-girlfriend in a benevolent light when there's evidence of her clearly being a pedophile was a direct punch to my gut after calling you my best friend for many years. You had said you had looked at all the evidence, but conveniently skipped out on how Reagan is a definitive pedophile proven by her own diary and words. I don't want to hear about a lack of trust where nothing bad happened when you did not listen to Noah's ex-wife Martina about Noah's scandalous behavior in 2021, which did not allow for a third Z house to happen. Noah invited all of us to Texas in September 2021 for a third Z house, yet nothing was ever filmed because Noah cheated on Martina in 2021 at EDC. And you and JC were utterly supportive of him in Texas, even inviting him to cry at our own Airbnb without my consent. It boggles my mind that you would be supportive of a man who blatantly cheated on his wife for fun, yet would not share the same sentiment to me when I was obviously in an abusive relationship that I could not escape from. JC and Noah are not exempt from this either. I had moved to the same apartment complex as JC in 2022 and even shared about my abuse with him, and he did absolutely nothing and actively avoided me. This is why you unfollowed me on Twitter 2 years ago. Noah had also said he would visit me, but never came to my place once. JC, you couldn't even spend 10 minutes to sign a recommendation letter for my visa after all we've done together over the years. If you want to trust my ex-girlfriend so much, here's a post Reagan made about seeing you cheat on Emmy with her sister Kate at Coachella. Everybody in our group saw your inexcusable actions and were utterly shocked that you would be sensually touching your girlfriend's sister in front of all of us while Emmy was not there. I don't think PlayStation Studios wants to associate with a cheater who defends pedophiles such as my ex-girlfriend Reagan. I guess it makes sense considering Noah also invites pedophiles to his own DJ sets. This is incredibly disingenuous of all of you and makes sense why each of you would side together and defend my pedophilic ex-girlfriend while never contacting me once and dropping me at the whim of a hat.
Now, I'm not going to comment too much on this because I don't know enough about the Noah J456 Smith plays and JC backfire situation, because they might have their own stories that they might want to share regarding this. So I'm not going to jump the gun too much. But if these accusations are true, and I mean are true, then we've got a massive problem in the zombies community, because this is not good. We've got zombie YouTubers who are accused of cheating and all that kind of stuff, and not being loyal to their followers and being scummy with people. It is not cool. It is not cool at all, and something needs to change on YouTube rapidly, because I don't want to be going on YouTube, like I said in my previous video about this Lex situation, and finding out there's other accusations X, Y, Z, because it just makes me wonder what's being hidden, what is going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. I want to follow and subscribe to a YouTuber who has values and principles and respects other people and doesn't just play nice for the camera and then goes out and does immoral acts in the background. It's crazy to me. I just want to be able to, as I think people of YouTube just want to enjoy the content and everyone gets on with each other, plays their favourite games, whatever they're watching. It's crazy to me how people could be so scummy on the internet. But yeah, overall, like I said before, I wholeheartedly apologise to Mr T Lexify. If anyone can share this video to him, even though I'm not a big YouTuber, my video only got about 700 odd views or whatever. Still a lot of people when you think about it. But I just want him to know that if he has seen my video, whatever have you, I'm truly sorry for the way I portrayed you. I know you're a lovely guy. And I'll be very careful in the future if anything arises in other people. It's taught me a massive lesson, this, and I hope you forgive me and understand with the reason at the time was because the evidence that was provided was quite overwhelming, and that's all we knew at the time, and we shouldn't have prejudged. That includes me and other YouTubers out there. I wish you all the best, man. I hope you carry on making content, because you've got Black Ops 6 coming around, you know. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun game, and I want you to be a part of it, because you were one of my favourite zombies YouTubers, and you're certainly one of my favourites now after you expose the other ones. We'll have to wait and see on that unfolds. But yeah, anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.